quilty friends, this is Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we are playing with Quilt Trading Cards. These are cards with your favorite pattern designers on the front and a fun little quilt block on the back. We have been working through these and we already have 5 done. The back of each card has a quilt pattern. The front of the whole deck has instructions to finish it into a quilt, so that's what we are working on. We have 4 designers left, so I'm going to shuffle these up real good. All right, my friend, cut the deck, and we're going to do this one. We're doing my block. Yay! All right, let's get our fabric put together. All right, we're going to set aside these pieces and just grab our 2 large pieces. We're doing 8 at a time half square triangles again. And I'm going to draw the lines that I'm sewing on because I just prefer it that way. So I'm lining up my 1/4 inch line. And drawing the sewing line, and then I'm going to turn 1/4. Then I'm lining up that 1/4 inch line again, drawing my line, turning 1/4, lining up that 1/4 inch line, drawing a line, turning 1/4, and this way I'm going to be drawing all my sewing lines, and I'll eyeball the cutting lines, or I can also line up the 1/4 inch line with one of my seam lines to do these cutting lines, and that'll also be fine. So I have all my sewing lines drawn for my 8 at a time half square triangles. I'm going to put this right sides together. Oh, this is the wrong side. There we go. That's the right side of my fabric. So there we go. I'm going to put this right sides together, and I'm going to go ahead and sew on all those sewing lines. To trim up our 8 at a time, we're going to start by going vertically through both these lines. And now there's only one, so we're going to line up a line on our ruler so that I go through right where they cross. Line up an edge with my ruler, go through where they cross. And now these can all get trimmed into their half square triangle units. And then they need to be squared up according to the pattern. Alright, the whole block is laid out, and this is almost a uneven 9 patch like the one we did for Andrea. Once we sew these 2 together, these 2 together, these 2 together, and these 2 together, and then we can just press each of those in one direction, doesn't matter which direction, then we'll have ourselves an uneven 9 patch to sew together. So let's go ahead and sew together our pairs and then press them. Alright, so now we have our uneven 9 patch. These 2 will be sewn together, these 2 will be sewn together, these 2, and then we're going to add on the 3rd in each of our rows. Then we're going to press. We'll press towards the unstitched pieces, so this will go out, this will go in, this will go out, and then we'll stitch our rows together, and that'll go together pretty quickly. I love having another quick and easy block to put together, and the Sawtooth Star it's a fun block. It's not exactly my logo, but it's pretty close. It's like the basis of my logo, and it's a fun block to make. So we are going to get this one finished up. Now, one tip when you're sewing something like this is to sew it so that you can see this point here. So let me line it up, and you can absolutely use pins. I'm just not a big pinner. So I don't usually pin, and now I can see where that point is and try to hit my needle right there so that hopefully I have a nice point on the finished block. All right, I'm going to finish sewing these rows together and then get them pressed. All right, now it's just 3 rows and they'll get sewn together. We have another block done. All right, I'm going to clip the card on and then we'll add it to our other blocks. We only have 3 more to go and then we're going to put this all together. I'm back here every Thursday until we finish this quilt, showing you yet another block. Alright friends, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. All the links and information you need are down in the description. If you want the written instructions, including the cutting instructions for all of these blocks, make sure you talk to your local quilt shop and get Series 1 of the Quilt Trading Cards. And I will see you right here next week for another quilt block. Bye for now.